Hello, who's there? Say hi. We're going to talk about our best vacation we've ever been on, whether you were a child or an adult or it happened this year. I'm on my tablet. Oh, there we go. Now I see. Paula says hi. Or no, Debbie says hi to Paula. I haven't done this on my tablet before, so I didn't have the right thing pushed. Now, yes, Paula, now I can see the comments. It was just a little block of something up there, but then they fade away. So I guess I have to keep touching. Yes, I see both Paula and Debbie. So I guess every time I don't know if somebody comments if that's going to highlight up and I have to read it fast. There we go. Janelle's here. Hello, Janelle. I'm trying a live for the first time on my tablet instead of my computer, and I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, and there's Jen. Hey, Jen. King Sex. Hello. How do you feel about the racist dude who got shot? We're going to talk about vacations. I think my most memorable vacation was when I was 17 years old. Okay, thank you, Paul. I'll keep touching it because now I can see it and then I think it's going to fade away. I'm probably going to like my computer better. But my most memorable vacation, I was 17 and I went on a 3-week motorcycle trip. I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. I think my camera is up here, but I don't know. I'm looking off. I don't even know where to look. And um, so I wasn't 18 years old yet. I just had enough money to take care of my own food. I didn't have to pay for gas or whatever. But we camped the whole time. So we basically just rode our bikes. Well, I mean, I was a passenger, and then we'd decide where to stop. And we went all over the Western United States and Southwest, and it was an absolute blast. Sometimes we stayed in actual campgrounds, and sometimes we just simply stayed in the trees next to a stream. And I almost did not go, and I'm so glad that I went. I met so many nice people, and I got married the next year and I went to, everyone is saying hello. I got married the next year and my husband and I made a lot of motorcycle trips, pulling a trailer and bringing our dog with us. And that was so much fun. Um, we made a lot of friends because of the dog. He had a little bandana and goggles. He was like a Dachshund Terrier mix, so he was pretty small. And we had a trunk on the back of the motorcycle, and we took the hinge out of the lid, so he was attached inside the like he was harnessed to the floor of the trunk, and it was so fun. Back when we had to take regular film pictures, so many people took pictures of us and the dog, them and the dog, and a few people even um, sent me letters with pictures in them after the vacation was over. Jen says, your first trip? Yeah, 17 was my first long motorcycle trip. Paula's doing laundry. She'll check back in a few. I need to be doing laundry. Monday is my dad's laundry day, so I've got his bed remade and I've got his linens and clothing to still put away. Some of it's still drying. Okay. So I guess once, oh, there they go. There they are. Okay. Jen, yes, it was with my family. My parents went on a Gold Wing and I went with a friend that was, so I was 17, he was 26. and we all we all rode together. It was so much fun. I mean, just being out in the elements, and we went in, I think it was 1980, and it was, I think, June, so it wasn't too awful hot until we got to, like, Las Vegas. "What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?" And then it was really hot. We were wearing, like, long sleeves to keep the sun off because we were getting sunburned. Jen, did you have your wedding yet? Your daughter's wedding yet? She is a sweet birdie. She's a very sweet birdie. Who's that? Do you see yourself? Is she pretty? She's really, really pretty. So, what I wanted to do with this live was I'd heard one of the new YouTube um, additions, changes that they're adding was that you could do a panel of guests on your live, and maybe it has to be on a computer, not a mobile device. But I think supposedly 5 people are supposed to be allowed to go on there. And we wanted to do like a 70s pajama party with, like, starting with 5 ladies, and then have a link below where people could actually leave if they wanted to, and then a new person could come on and just like wear, like some sort of a flannel pajama top or nightgown, if somebody wanted to put curlers in their hair, and just kind of just it for fun thing. I make sure that it was worded appropriately so nobody thought it was a lingerie party, because it's going to be far from that. And so I guess you have to tap this twice. And so what I did, so last week I went on a live with Mrs. G, and she was on her lunch hour, and she said if you want to come on, because her guest had just left. I think it was Jazz that was on with her. Her guest just left. She said if you want to join, click the link, and I clicked the link, and then boom, I was on the live with her. And I thought that would be cool if we could do that. So if someone left, I think I started to say this, if someone left because they wanted to, or, potty break or whatever it was, if someone else wanted to come on, then we could just keep 5 people on there by people kind of rotating out. And because we would be in some sort of a, modest pajama top and maybe, you know, rollers or a sleeping cap or something that looks bedtimey, that it would be a really fun thing to do. Anybody interested in that? I know Sally is. Okay, I see the last message is from Jen that says sweet birdie. So I'll give you all a few to answer what you think about that idea. I went back, I looked up Grease's the movie Grease, the pajama party, and I looked at it, and the girls had their hair up. Like a couple of them, I think, had the pin curls. Where you twist your hair and then you put the bobby pins in, and then they had their hair covered. And they had, I think it was in a dark bottle. I assume it was like champagne. Hi, Rhonda. We're talking about our possible pajama party coming up. Jen says I don't do lives, but it would be fun to watch. Okay, that's fair. Well, we need to pick a date. We need to make sure that we have several of us that are interested in doing it at the same time, and then post so other people that either want to join or want to watch, that everybody would be able to come. So, Rhonda, has Sally talked to you about it, and Debbie, and also Paula? Has Sally mentioned anything to you? I think she doesn't understand that I'm talking to this tablet. She thinks I'm talking to her. So she keeps talking back, don't you? Yeah, you just keep talking to me. So you said yes. I guess I asked two questions. Are you interested, Rhonda, or did you just hear about it? Debbie says, I think it sounds fun too, but I just have too much going on right now with health. Okay, now how do I get that back? Hi, Donna. Okay, I don't know how to get these back now. Oh, wait, here we go. Top chat. Okay. With health and a few other things. And Donna says hello, and Debbie says no. Would you be willing to watch, Debbie? And Janelle says she would love to watch. I have to leave. Beautiful bird. Y'all have fun. Bye. Thank you for stopping by, Janelle. I appreciate it. Because I mean, I think if we had at least three of us, so that would be me and for sure Sally and maybe Rhonda and Paula. And oh, okay. Says Donna just got here. I think I explained it enough, maybe, hopefully. And Rhonda said, according to when it is. I was thinking about doing it like 3 weeks to a month out, where it would give everybody time and probably do it during the week so it didn't take somebody's weekend up and we don't have to do it, um, we don't have to do it like 11 o'clock at night or something. We can do it in the evening. Because no matter what time we do it, if anybody's not from the US, they're going to be on a different time anyway. I think that would be a fun memory to make. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's just talking to me. Yeah. Oh, good, Debbie. I'm glad you'll watch. Bye, Jen. Thank you for coming by. She's saying goodbye to everyone. Um, so do you guys want to talk about vacations? What was your best vacation? Were you a kid or were you an adult? Or are you still waiting on that best vacation? I really don't vacation anymore. The last time I went on vacation was in, like, where I took a week off was 2012. I mean, I've taken time off, but I've always just stayed home. But 2012, we went to Oklahoma to, I think it was Broken Bow, and we stayed in a cabin. And that was really nice. It was really peaceful. It was all treed in, and there was a hot tub on the deck. I think it had 3 bedrooms in it, and a laundry room, and a fully um, functional kitchen with dishes and pots and pans. Donna says, I meant taking vacation. Oh, I guess I missed one. I was blabbing here. Okay. Donna says, are we taking vacations too? Talking vacations too? Yeah, that's what I started it out as. And then when I saw everybody that was coming on, I kind of threw that pajama party thing in there to let um, people talk about it. Do any of you watch Silver and Solo? She just had her 60th birthday and she celebrated it in Egypt. I would never, ever be brave enough to go out of the country by myself. I don't even like driving in the car anywhere by myself. I mean, like, around here is fine, but to say I'm going to go somewhere and stay overnight, no, I'm not doing that. I think it would be fun to do a girls' trip where you went with a bunch of girls somewhere, not a long time, just overnight. My daughter and I used to do that. We'd go down to the city, the closest city is New Braunfels. We would go down and float the Guadalupe River. So it was basically just pitch a tent and eat sandwiches and go down the river. Donna says, I went to England in 2002, but I had a pen pal friend. Um, Stayed with them. It was a great trip. Isn't that sad it was so long ago? I mean, maybe we don't really feel like we need to get out. I think my favorite is day trips. Just pick somewhere that you can drive to in a day and enjoy yourself and then go home. Debbie Sue says, no, I don't watch her, but it actually sounds great to me. I've always wanted to just go away by myself. She said that her YouTube channel has really, really grown. She said that she had some friends, I think, and family that she had invited to go along with her, and schedules and things came up, and basically no one could go with her. And she's like, well, it's my 60th, I'm going. And I think she's just posted part one of two because that's all I saw as of last night. And she hired tour guides, and she ate in, a nice restaurant. And I don't know, it looked fun. Many years ago in the 90s, Ramses, the Pharaoh King, whatever, that came to Dallas, and I went to that, and I really, really liked it. Paula says, my favorite vacay was our cruise to the Bahamas once. Okay. We finally got I can't see the whole message. Oh, once we finally got on the plane after multiple delays. I think when I was younger and I felt like I looked nicer, um, I would have really been up for having a trip to a tropical place. And now that I'm older, I'm like, no, I'll go where it's cold so I can wear lots of clothes. um, Donna says, in 2019, I rented a tiny house Airbnb and went to a weekend knitting event near Traverse City. I lived in Michigan, but I never went to Traverse City. That's in the UP, isn't it? It's supposed to be gorgeous up there. Um, Rhonda says, I watched that. It looked like a great trip. And Paula says, also a snowmobile trip to Montana. Have you heard about the snowmobiles that the guys do in New York? I have good friends from New York, and I guess there's, when the lakes freeze over, they snowmobile on it, and they have um, a bunch of bars that are lined up along the lake, and they snowmobile and drink at each bar and just get plastered, and then they're driving across this lake on these snowmobiles. They said it's a really good time. Donna said, no, it's in the lower part of the state, and yes, it's gorgeous there. I thought it was the Upper Peninsula because I had a friend that her mom lived there, and that's where I was almost sure it was. And Donna said, it's still up north, but just south of Mackinac Bridge. So is Mackinac Bridge what brings you from the big state to the UP? Paula says, we did Niagara Falls and New York City via bus travel. I think Niagara Falls would be absolutely amazing to see. I love water. I don't know about New York City. I don't know. I think that would stress me out. I would be, I don't know, nervous. So many people. I mean, I like people, but there's a lot of people, and I wouldn't know how to act in that big of a city. You're back. Come here. Come here. Get off the couch. Thank you. So, I suppose if you were like in a tour, it would be okay. What about riding on one of those double-decker buses in England? Wouldn't that be fun? It seems like they would tip over. And Donna says yes. Chloe says yes. Rhonda says, I went to Canada last year and saw Niagara Falls. It was something to see. I think I remember you saying you saw Niagara Falls. Paula says, we went back in the day when Times Square was safe. Okay. And Donna says she's been on a double decker bus and it was fun. Did you feel like it was gonna, like, fall over, tip over when you went around to turn, though? I have a friend I met years ago on a different channel on YouTube, and she lives in the UK, and she rides those buses all the time. Okay. Donna says no, she didn't feel like it was gonna tip over, but, like, you get, like, a pickup truck, and then you've got the camper on the back, and, like, you have to be careful because it can make it top heavy, and that's kinda what I thought of when I saw the bus, that it would be, like, you get the top full, everybody wants to ride up there, and the bottom is empty, would it flip over? I mean, I've never seen one with a smashed side. I don't think I've missed anything. I've been to Canada. Oh, Donna, you have friends in England? Well, that makes it a nice place to be able to go then, and have somebody that knows their way around and maybe a place to stay if you like staying with friends. When I lived in Detroit, well, I was out right outside of Detroit. It was actually 16 miles outside of Detroit, a little podunk town called Taylor. But my husband worked in downtown Detroit, and you could drive over the bridge and go into Canada for lunch and then come back. And we did that. Um, Donna says, yes, it in a strange country is great. And she says that she grew up in Farmington, Michigan. I remember that name. The city that sticks with me the most is Bloom, Bloomfield Hills or Bloomfield Heights, Blooming something. It was really, really nice. And I see that we have Allison here. Hello, Allison. We're talking about vacations we've gone on, our best vacations. Bloomfield Hills, rich area, yes. I went to a Christmas party there. We were only there a year, and I went to a Christmas party. I'd had a baby on November 13th. So, like a month later, we were going to the Christmas party. So my skirt barely fit. I mean, it was all I could do to get it buttoned and zipped because we had to dress nice. And we drove through this like single lane, no stripe in the middle of the road with a canopy of trees over the top and snow coming down. And when we got to the building where the party was, it was floor to ceiling glass windows, big fireplaces, lots of big timbery um, pillars and beams, and it was absolutely gorgeous. But when I got home, boy, oh no, when I got to the car, boy, that skirt came unbuttoned. Um, Allison says Grosse Pointe was supposed to be nice in Michigan. Is Grosse Pointe down by like St. Clair Shores on the water? Donna says hi to Paula, and it sounds so pretty. Because I remember someone told me I was really depressed being away from home and, missing my friends and family, and I just had a baby and nobody to share it with. And they said, oh, drive down to the lake. You'll see it's so beautiful down there. You will not be depressed. And Allison is saying hello to Hilda, which is Paula. Um, and it did not bring me out of my little depressed state of mind because where I drove, there was no access to the water. It was all private property and fenced off. And these houses were huge. I mean, they had like um, little maids' quarters next to the houses. And Paula says hello to Mitzi. Um, so anyway, I guess my vacation thing that has fizzled out. Does anyone want to talk about anything else? I have to go watch the Grand Boys this afternoon in a little less than 2 hours. I don't know. I can't tell time. I have to be there at 2:45. It's 1 o'clock, so I guess a little less than 3 hours. And oh, everyone's dream vacation. That is. Oh, thank you. I think that said Claire. I'm stumbling over my words. I apologize. Claire says, "OMG, love your shirt." Thank you. And Paula says we can talk about our dream vacation. That's a good idea. This shirt, I was not sure if I really liked. I don't like collars, but I like the colors in it. And usually when I wear a shirt without a collar, it usually slides this way, I guess, because I'm always using my right arm, and a collar kind of keeps it in place. And I thought this color was black, and it's actually like a midnight blue. So a dream vacation. I think a dream vacation would be probably on um a cruise and going up to Alaska where it's cold and beautiful. Claire says, I enjoyed my 3 years in Okinawa. I love to go back to Japan. Were you in the military or was your husband in the military, Claire? Oh, Paula says hers is a Hawaiian cruise. I know it would be so beautiful to go to Hawaii, but I'd be wanting to wear the bathing suit or the halter top and the shorts, and I just really don't dress like that anymore. Oh, Rhonda's been on an Alaskan cruise. Did you like it? Of course you would. I will. How could you not? Claire says single, and yes, I was until last month. Oh, okay. Okay, now I understand because I asked you if it was military and you were married. I have heard really good things about Japan. Anybody that has been in the military, which is about all I would know that had been in Japan, loved it there. Oh, let's see. Donna says, after one flight to England, I don't think I could do another flight, not in fear, just being cooped up in a plane. Yeah, that's one thing that Silver and Solo said was that it took her more than 20 hours to get to Egypt between, connecting flights and buses and that kind of thing. And it was not, that part of it was not fun. And Rhonda says it was an awesome 7 days. And that's a long time. I think if I did a cruise, I'd want it to be as short as possible. I am such a homebody, and the older I've gotten, the more I feel like that. I had said many years ago, well, I say many, maybe like 10 years ago, I really want to go to um, Bali. Did I say that right? Bali? And my husband's like, why? And I was like, I don't know. I would see some elephants. And I don't know. I just rambled on. And then he goes, okay. He goes, I've got the money together to go on that trip. He goes, let's get it booked. And I was like, oh no, that's okay. I was just kidding. Which I mean, I wasn't kidding. I guess I wasn't serious. And Debbie says, a cruise sounds like fun though. And Claire says, oh, oh. Donna says, I thought a train ride through the Canadian Rockies would be awesome too. Now, I think a train would be very interesting. I've watched some YouTube videos. Rhonda says, I'd love to go on a trip to Italy and New Zealand. Yeah, I think I would like Italy. I say this, I talk so big. Oh, I would love to go there. And then it comes down to it. It's okay. You go ahead and go. Um, But I've watched some people that have traveled on train, where they've vlogged it, and you can get some really nice, I guess they're called cabins on the train, where you basically have enough room where there's a table to sit. It makes down into a bed at night, but the scenery that you can see, because like flying is really not that much fun because you have to, be in an airport on both ends, and you really don't see much from a plane except takeoff and landing. So that's basically just transportation. But on a train, to be able just to see like the middle of nowhere, and it's gorgeous as well. Debbie says, I just want to rent an RV, take my journal, and find all the hidden places that have stories to tell. Yeah, maybe an RV would be okay. I don't like riding in the car much. Donna says, Through My Lens channel has some good travel videos. Hold on. Both car and train travel. Okay. And Rhonda says, That sounds awesome, Debbie Sue. And Donna agrees that that's a good way to travel. Does anybody have a hard time sleeping in a bed that's not their own? Like, I'm fine. I can do whatever during the day, and then as soon as it's bedtime, if it's not my bed, I can't sleep. Even last night, it was 3:14. I'm still awake. And if I was to go somewhere overnight, that's what it would be. I would be up all night, and it's such a long night when you can't sleep. And Debbie says, "Wouldn't that be wonderful, Donna?" And Donna says, "Yes, I may take a car road trip someday." There's a lady that I watch. Her name is Margaret being Margaret, and she's not a huge channel, but she's certainly bigger than ours. Um, and she has three sisters, and they're planning a trip together. I think I can't remember where they said they're going. One's afraid to fly, and so she may drive. I don't know how they're going to work all that out. There's supposed to be some classes that help you to not to be afraid to fly. I need some classes on how to sleep. That's what I need. And let's see, let me skip to Claire because I thought she said she had to go. She's got back problems. Claire says, I've got back problems, so I end up sleeping on a hard mat more often than a bed. Oh, um, Donna says, I haven't slept away from home since 2019. Yeah, it's been longer than that for me, besides the hospital, which there they've got you on so much stuff that I can sleep there just fine. Um, Donna says Margaret is so funny. Oh my gosh, isn't she? And the last video I watched, she's gonna make us wait to see what that round metal frame thing that she's gonna hang back on the wall, and she's gonna make us wait to see that. I thought she was gonna. Usually she finishes what she starts in her videos, but I would love to have my channel like hers. Just hey, this is me. This is what I'm doing today. And Harry says you're beautiful. Thank you. And Donna says, to Claire, I take a lot of pit stops when driving. Walking helps with the legs and back. It does. I just don't want to get back in. Before my mother passed, they were living in Arkansas and I'm in Texas, and it was 6 hours away. And I was trying to get there every weekend I could. And I'm 62, Harry. Um, I try to get there try to go about every third weekend. And so there was times I even drove the 6 hours, ate lunch with them, and then drove the 6 hours back home. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Your initials are AA. And Donna says, Harry, you don't ask a woman her age. Typically, you're not supposed to. but I have no problem with it at all. I'm proud that I've made it this far, and it's fine. Plus, if I say my age, then I don't run the risk of them going, "Oh, I thought you were 70," or "I thought you were 75." I don't want my age to be guessed too much over what I am. A year or two, not a big deal. So I'll just get it out there and you can settle with that. They say your hands give your age away. So there you go. Um, oh, Claire, 62, you got to be exaggerating, look 55. Well, thank you. Harry said, I'm 19, ma'am, but I don't know why I'm interested in older women. That's quite a bit older. Let's see. Donna says, oh no, bot alert. Oh, and there's Catherine. Hello. I don't know how to tell who's a bot. Um, how do I know? How do I know? What if it's not and I'm rude? Claire says, Harry over here acting wild, LOL. Um, Sally, hey, she made it. Hello, Sally. Oh, let's see. And I have grandsons older than Harry, Donna says. And everyone is greeting the people that came in. Sally says, I'm a bot. I come from planet something, Sally. These are really hard on this tablet to keep up. I can't read fast enough. Um, Debbie Sue says, stay on topic, Harry. We're talking about vacations. Disney World, Disneyland. Sally said, did you text me? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make dinner. I don't know who you're talking to. If you're talking to me, no, I did not text you. You're making dinner. It's the middle of the day. Oh, maybe you're making something that has to cook a long time. I'm gonna watch the Grand Boys till 6 o'clock. I'm gonna make dinner when I get home. Sally says she hates cooking. Donna's laughing at her, and Paula says hi to Claire. I'll just leave all the highs back and forth. Everyone is saying hi. If you guys haven't, I know Paula has, but if you haven't done this on a tablet, the message comes up and it fades before I can read it. Sally says it's 2:20. Okay, well it's 1:20. I guess because my husband doesn't get home till after 7, it would be I wouldn't start it this early. Um, okay. Dawn, I just put you as a moderator because you're on a lot of these anyway. Sally says, I used to know how to use this damn Instapot, but now I forget. Mine is not the Instapot brand. Mine is, I don't remember what it is. It's very easy though. Oh, thank you, Donna. Um, but basically get the lid locked on and then decide what pressure you want it on and how long and hit start. Make sure you put water in the bottom of it. Those that scared me when I first got one. I just looked at it for a while. I didn't actually use it. I was afraid I was going to blow the lid off, but it won't let you open it if it's got too much pressure in it. Sally says, I'm also making something in the oven, which is pork roast, which needs to be cooked 2.5 to 3. Oh, that's fair. I'd also do that. And Debbie says, I don't use my Instapot enough to remember. I have to read the instructions every time. I love that Instapot though, or well, calling it Instapot, because if I um, will take like a corned beef brisket and put it in there, cook it 90 minutes, and that's a tougher. It doesn't tender up and it's not shreddable like a pork butt is, but I chop it and then I take the sandwich wraps and I put like cream cheese and that what do I call it? Corned beef brisket. I put cucumber, all kinds of stuff in it and wrap them up and they're really good. I do like Donna asks if we like our Instapots. I do like mine. It's more of a wintry, unless I'm making the sandwiches. I don't use it much in the summer. And Claire says, if you're trying to do something in every state, South Dakota has Big Thunder Gold Mine, Mount Rushmore, and a lot of, hold on, I tried to read it, and a lot of indigenous cultural sports. I don't think I've been to South Dakota. I've, wait, did I see Mount Rushmore? No, no, did you say Mount Rushmore? Um, Claire says, oh, I was typing real slow. Um, And Sally says, "Oh no, my Instapot makes the meat fall apart. It does mine too, but corned beef brisket is different. If you put a regular brisket, if you put a roast, if you put a pork butt, that's fine. But the corned beef is a very coarse meat, and you do have to cut it. We put this packet of stuff in called Mississippi mm, mud, and it makes it so tender. Oh, okay, I haven't heard of that. Mississippi mud, I thought was an ice cream flavor. And Rhonda says, I have a Ninja Foodie that is like an Instapot, and I do use it a lot. Sally says, oh, sorry, I messed up your conversation. Not a problem. An air fryer, Donna, you're debating on it? Absolutely get one. Absolutely. And Rhonda says, sounds yummy, Sally. Claire says, rabbit stir fry. It's not a slow cooker, but it's delicious. I haven't eaten rabbit since I was a kid. We used to raise them. And entreaty, or sorry, Rhonda is telling Harry just to talk to her, meaning the girl he's talking about. And Donna says, Harry, we're talking about vacation. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's in timeout. He's in timeout for 1.8 thousand seconds. Is that what that said? Air fryer one. I don't know how big that number is, Catherine, but there's a lot of zeros. And Sally loves her air fryer. They replace so much as far as even like dishes go or whatever. Um, I want to talk, but I can't read at the same time. Rhonda says my Ninja Foodie air fries also slow cooks and several other features. Mine is simply an air fryer. I'm probably on my fifth or sixth one. I've worn them out. Um, yeah, if you think Donna, if you think somebody needs to be blocked, just block them. You don't have to ask. That's why you are on here to moderate. I just thought people tried to tell him, and I don't know. Somebody said he was a bot. I don't know if he is or not. Sally says you don't have to time. I'm gonna use my computer next time. You don't have to time them out. You can just make his message invisible. Okay. Sally says, not trying to tell you what to do. Sorry. No, I didn't know. I have never ever done anything like that before. He just kept interrupting. Claire says, connecting vacation to foods. I have taken recipes from every culture I visited. Pineapple marinated pork chops is amazing. That does sound good. Donna has a bunch of kitchen gadgets. Didn't come out very good. Um, and so little room. Catherine says we're talking about the air fryer. Oh man, Paula, you are amazing at this. You don't have all this breakup that I have. We were talking about the air fryer last night, and my husband said he uses it less than a tenth of the power when the oven's on. Yeah, I did want to say that about the air fryer. So, like, say if I do something like I heat up a piece of chicken in the afternoon. Yes, wackadoodle. I was trying to remember that word, Debbie Sue, wackadoodle, because somebody was out on a walk yesterday and they were a little crazy. And I was like, what was that word? Because I always call them Yahoos. And I was like, what was Debbie's word? Wackadoodle. I couldn't remember it. Um, but anyways, like I heat up a piece of chicken or whatever, then that night I can use it to fry pork steaks. Or say it's eating time, my husband is already, he just got home from work late, dinner's been put away. I can take a piece of foil and I can wrap that meat up in there and I can reheat it. I wouldn't cook it like that, but I can reheat it and the air fryer still stays clean. And they're fast to clean out too. Sally says, hello, Mrs. Paul. I'm looking forward to dishwashing today. Paula says, thanks, Sally. Randy's taking the football team to a game so I could schedule instead of being random. I think I caught up. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Sally says, I was thinking about doing a live today, but I knew I wanted to make a nice dinner for Daryl. That's nice of you. I am gonna make it. It'll be a decent dinner, but I'm gonna go sit with the grandboys and probably just throw those two pork steaks in the air fryer and they'll be done in like they're pretty big ones, so it'll be done in like I don't know, 15 minutes or something. Cut some vegetables up. It's good to go. My dad eats sides, like the prepackaged sides. Oh, and the people that like bagged French fries and bagged chicken fingers and stuff like that. That's great for the the French fries that take like 25 minutes in the oven are 10 minutes in the air fryer. And mm, Debbie says that's nice, Sally, and Donna said it sounds yummy. I looked to see if anybody was live before I came on here because I thought I might hit Mrs. G's live, but she wasn't on. Okay, well, we know what Sally's making. Debbie, what are you making? You make two dinners because you don't eat meat, right? And Paula, are you even making dinner because your husband's going to a football game? Isn't that what you said? Or he's on a bus anyway. Sally said, did you see my new video? No, I didn't. It didn't come up in my feed. I haven't been on here a lot this morning, though. I've been doing my dad's stuff. I'm looking. Oh, okay, your shenanigans and blooper. Oh, okay, there we go. I hope that's not Daryl. You do need to feed him if he's in the passenger seat with you. I thought that was a decoration for the house. Why are you still driving around with it? Um, Catherine says I've just eaten breakfast, and Donna says I haven't watched Sally yet, and I think it was Debbie says she'll look later. Sally says Dee was cracking up. Oh, Sally says from Dee and Doug. Paula says I'm making Randy baked tapioca patties. Randy will be home for late dinner. Salmon patties. My mother-in-law made salmon patties, and she also made sausage patties. And Paula says, and coleslaw may be one of my faves. Have you ever bought the coleslaw that comes in the bag with the dressing? I know some people say, oh, that's not near as good as making your own dressing, but I don't like coleslaw a whole lot, but I buy it. Tilapia is a fish. Did I say something wrong? Probably. Donna doesn't know what's for dinner, and Paula says tilapia is a fish. I must have missed that somewhere. I know tilapia is a fish. And Sally wants to know, do you make coleslaw from scratch, Paula? Oh, Donna says you said tapioca. Yeah, I was like, what? But I thought she was making dessert too. I wonder if Paula's read that yet. Sally says, Paula, that's what my mommy used to use. Debbie said, sorry, I was listening. I had an earbud in, but my hubby has distracted me all day long. And Donna says, I'll just let it slide. It was kind of funny though. I didn't even catch it. Catherine says, I usually make my own coleslaw and I have it with real foods dressing. Is that a healthy dressing? Come on, get up here. I've made it where you put, what is it? Miracle Whip? And then I know there's sugar in it. I can't remember, but I don't like the sweet in the dressing. I don't mind the cabbage. I don't care for the dressing so much. Debbie says, I'm making him chicken tenders, mashed potatoes, gravy, and biscuits. I have no idea what I'm having. Yeah, it's a Monday. That's a pretty big dinner for Monday. I have chicken soup left over. I thought of Dee and Sally both because I make my chicken soup different than they do. But it turns out I use thighs and I cook those till they're falling off the bone. And then I get them out while they're cooling. I put in vegetables. I don't put any pastas in, but I put in what I choose for vegetables, which is including potatoes and whatever. It's never the same. And then I put in some sour cream, and some one cream of soup. And I've missed some. Paula says Marietta's is not very healthy, but it's yummy. I like the sweet taste. Yeah, I think most people do. Um, oh boy, Claire says, uh, oh boy, she's having some type of fish I can't say. I think that's a fish. Um, Ga- Ghanaian grilled pike with shito. I don't even know what that is. That I would be excited too. And Rhonda's washing dishes and listening. Donna says, I have coleslaw dressing. It has sugar and vinegar along with mayo and milk, a white dressing. Okay. Sally says, Rhonda, I want to watch your dishes with your beautiful apron. Catherine said, it's okay. 90% of the time I don't eat processed foods and no red meat or chicken, only fish and then tofu and legumes. Claire says, to clarify, that's an African cooking method. Oh, and Donna's getting hungry. The meals are making her hungry. And Debbie says, I'm trying to upload a video too. I can't even do that. Rhonda says, is that something I can plan for sometime? That is something I could plan for sometime. And Paula says, I sent my apron specifics to Carol today to order my dishwashing diaries apron, curvy girl aprons. You know, my mom, she wore aprons all the time. My grandmothers wore aprons, and I have never worn an apron. But I don't get anything on myself either. Watch tonight. Claire says, I learned about it on a mission trip, but they use Barracuda. Oh, have you seen I don't know where it's at, but you hire a boat, a small boat to take you out into the ocean, and the guy that's driving the boat catches the fish and cooks it over an open flame. And he cooks for two people. Well, at least the one I saw he did. And he cooks for two people, and then you guys eat your meal right out there. Isn't that cool? Maybe everybody knows about it but me. Paula says, I've never worn aprons till I started dishwashing diaries. And Donna says, I bought an apron and used it once in a great while, like making tomato sauce. I don't mess up my clothes. Yeah, my mom's aprons weren't the kind that went over your neck and like had the bib part. They were just around the waist. I think my grandmother's were the same. Okay, we're almost at an hour. Thank goodness, because this chat has been really difficult for me. I have a whole new respect for people that can do this on their phone and on their tablets. I cannot read fast enough. That's one of the things I noticed when I was watching some of my videos back. I don't notice it so much now, but I speak so slow and I move like a sloth. I'm just like so slow. Okay, and Claire says the Japanese deep sea fishing boats let you fish and would clean the fish for you. They do that here in the States too. And Sally says, but if you're a multitasker, you can chew gum and walk and read your text. That's true. I am very good at that. When I was a kid, we would go deep sea fishing off the Oregon coast, and it's on a charter boat, and they will bait your hooks for you. You have breakfast, which is something cold, but then you catch your fish, they pull the fish off the hook, and then they give you a mark like mine would be left eyeball is removed, and somebody else would be a mark, a cut on the nose of the fish, and they all go in the same cooler. And then you come in off of the boat, and then there's people waiting there to fillet them. Deep sea fishing is really fun, but some of those fish are dangerous and enormous. Claire says, if it makes you feel better, at 27, I type super slow. I used to be able to type pretty fast. Catherine says, nice to see all you ladies. Thanks, Evie. See you next time. I think we're going to wind it up. If y'all can hit like on your way out, I would appreciate it. Please and thank you. Okay, we're at almost 59 minutes. And Sally, I'll see you when I see you. Okay, everybody, take care. Next time. Bye.